Hello, my people. How are you doing? It's CJ Atemo. We're on Wisdom Moments on K24 with myself, CJ Atemo, the Sage. I hope that your day is coming along fine. Your December is great as well. Can you believe it? We're getting right into the middle of this year, rather the middle of this month as we come to the end of this year. Just a few days to the end of the year 2021. Grateful for that. I talked about that last week, that when you're getting to the end of the year, sometimes you may feel that you have not achieved the things that you wanted to achieve. But look, you are here, so you've got to be grateful for the fact that you're here, for the fact that you have people in your life, for the fact that you have done certain things, and even for the lessons that you have learned. You've got to be grateful for that. And this week, we're going to be talking about something else. Before I do that, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo, if you haven't already done so, and then set notifications so that anytime we put up the videos, as we normally do, and we often do, you will get the notification, you'll get to know. Please then watch the videos, post a comment, like, and share, and I'd be so grateful to you. You can also reach me and reach out to me via the social media platforms. They're on your screen, but that's CJ Atemo everywhere. Connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, the page, like it. And let's interact from over there. We're getting quite some feedback from some of you who are consistent, people who just stumble into the program and they watch it and seeking counsel, seeking direction, seeking instruction. And we appreciate that. We do our best, and I do my best to just get back to you as soon as possible. So keep the communication coming, keep the engagement coming. Please, let's share about this. Let your friends know that every Monday to Friday, 9:55 a.m., we are here on K24 with Wisdom Moments. Well, today, on this week, we want to talk about the holiday manual. I know that, it's very difficult for this year, people to really plan out their holidays because the schools are closing way close to Christmas. That's next week, and the schools will be closing right on the 23rd for some of them, 21st for some of them. Very difficult for people to plan like that. It's not like in the past where schools would have closed earlier, so people would have made their holiday plans. Well, this is the second year in a row when it's very difficult to make Christmas plans, but still, within the short time that you will have the break, it is important for you to know certain things that you need to do. One of the reasons why we are not effective whenever we get into the next year is because we carry so much baggage from the previous year. What I talked about last week, dealing with disappointment, sometimes people carry disappointment into the next year, and you keep on running like a car that has not been serviced. Listen, the holidays are your opportunity to be serviced. The holidays are your opportunity to be serviced. You need to service yourself mentally and emotionally. You need to do that spiritually. You need to do that physically. Just have some time and rest and slow down. So we're going to talk about a few things that are going to be your holiday manual. And number one is take a break. Take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that you are doing right now that will not continue to happen or will not continue to be done if you are not there. No matter how much we want to place significance on ourselves, the truth is life goes on beyond us. There was life before we came, there will be life after we are gone. That is not supposed to mean that we should not significantly put ourselves in the spaces that we are in. If you're a parent, you've got to parent like it all depends on you. If you're an employee, you've got to work like it all depends on you. If you're an entrepreneur, you've got to do that like it will never happen in another life. But then you also need to understand your limitations as a human being. First limitation is that you will not be here forever. You're not an eternal being in the earth. You will one day leave the earth. So that means that not everything will be done in your lifetime. Sometimes we try to do everything in our lifetime, in our space. We try to do everything in 1 year, in 3 years, in 4, 5 years, and we really get worn out. You've got to understand that there are certain things that will be done in the future. So please take a break. And I think I talked about this even last week. You've got to appreciate how much you have done, how far you have come, and just take a break. Just look back and say, wow, I have gotten to this place and I can go to rest and then come back and pick it up from where I left it. You need energy to do whatever you are doing. And you cannot always be pouring out energy. You cannot always be pouring out into people. You cannot always be in the meetings, in the boardrooms, high adrenaline meetings. You can't always be trying to get creative. There are times that you just need to take a break. Take a break from work. Take a break from parenting. Take a break. It could be a day or two. See, mostly when we get into things like the holidays, we think about, especially for the parents, we think about the kids. But do you ever think about yourself? You don't need to go away for a whole week or something, but a day or two can be very helpful to you. Just take a break so that when you get back into the place of parenting, you have enough resource to give, emotional resource. You can listen because you're not just, for example, you're not just a parent to your child. You're probably an employee to somebody else or an employer to somebody else. You take up a lot from every direction and you can easily get on the edge. And what will happen is that you will begin to project that on the people around you. So even for you to become an effective parent in the year 2022, for you to become a good spouse, an effective spouse, the year 2022, for you to become a good friend to people, colleague to people, a good boss, you just need to take a break. 2 days or 3 days out of all this season will not crush anything. I tell you the truth. And sometimes when we really think that we are all that, you just need to look at who is in hospital and see how they are caught up right there, not being able to make decisions, and somehow the company will run, the business will run, the family somehow will run. They may struggle, but they will run. When people have loss of loved ones, loss of even the presidents of nations, the nations just continue. I mean, this year, Tanzania had the transition from the powerful John Pombe Magufuli. The country is still going on. I mean, it's not everybody who can even remember that Magufuli passed on in this year. And life just keeps on going on. So we've got to understand that sometimes it's not that things will not work. It's just that we don't believe things will work. We are afraid of not being there when things are working, and we are not responsible for it and we can't take credit for it. So sometimes then you beat yourself down so hard, you will never know what people can do because you always want to be in it. And so you will say they can't stand on their own, they cannot run their house by themselves, the kids won't be safe, they cannot do this. But you know what? Sometimes all of those are just your insecurities. Take a break. Just take a break. 2 days, 3 days, and just recoup, re-energize, breathe, refresh. It will be so important for you. It will be so important for you. Sometimes even the things that people plan over the holidays become more activity and they get back to January more worn out than they were before. So if you are going somewhere else, if you're going to go on a vacation somewhere, if you're going to travel anywhere, if you're going to the village, if you're going to stay in the city, whatever it takes, take a break. Just take a break and make sure that you have actually rested in this period. Stop thinking about work. Stop thinking about bills. Stop thinking about the future. Don't even stress yourself about how 2022 will be. Just breathe. Take a break and just breathe. And that is going to help you within this period. Take a walk sometimes. Just do nothing at some point. Sometimes that's the best thing you can actually do. Do nothing. Well, I hope this has been helpful to you. So until the next time, this has been the time that we've had right here on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, CJ Atemo. See you.